These my Dallas nigga hurt.
It's time. It's time. Whenever you see the smoke, you know what time it is. It is time. It's 3 o'clock or a little bit after 3 o'clock. It is time, of course, for the big time show, Saturday evenings. I'm here, ready to talk a little Cowboy talk. What's going on, everybody? I know some of you are watching college football, whatever game of choice that you like. But it's 3 o'clock. I'm going to say it one more time. It's Saturday afternoon. 3 o'clock. It's time. The big time show. And I'm here to educate, I guess, maybe. Entertain, maybe, with my little perspective about our Dallas Cowboys and what's going on, what's going to happen, what might happen, all that type of stuff. I'm not in a good mood. Ain't no sense in me lying. I'm not in a good mood. I will forewarn you now. I'm not feeling great. In particular about the Dallas Cowboys. I started right there, and I'll talk about it a little bit later on. So if you're a Cowboy fan that is looking for an optimistic point of view, check me out maybe next week. Don't check me out today now. That don't sound strange. I'm just telling you, if you're looking for all positive thoughts, if you're looking for, all good things to say and all of that, I got plenty of brothers, I swear I do, that you know their program, they do that. I, on the other hand, and I'm more of a pessimistic type guy. I look at it as it is. I call it as it is. If I can see that there's room for optimism, I'll give it. I don't see nothing right now. Ain't no sense in me lying about it, y'all. I know y'all don't want to hear it. A lot of y'all gonna go away and say, "Oh, he's just too negative. He's too negative." But tell me the positive stuff. I'm sorry if I'm going off. I'm gonna speak to everybody in a second. Just tell me the positive stuff, please. And I agree with you. Maybe I need to turn the mic over. Maybe I need to have some guest hosts in here that are optimistic. I'll let you have the show. I'll just be the co-host. You know, I don't want you to kill my show, but I might need to get your email, send you the link, let you be the host of the show, and just tell us. Give us some hope. Please. That's what Jerry used to do. That's what he used to be priceless for. It'd be down and out. Jerry would sell you a Super Bowl and you 3-15. He'll still be saying we're on our way. I don't think nobody's falling for that no more. I don't. Hey y'all, I hope that you would share as you come in. Hey, everybody come in and share to a group, individuals, or whatever you want to do. Go ahead and do that. You can do that if you want to. If you want to contribute to the podcast, you can. There's one way right there under me is the Big Time Show $ on Cash App. The Big Time Show. You can contribute that way if you're watching me by Facebook or if you're doing by Facebook, you use those stars. If you are on YouTube, you can do that right now by using the super chat button on YouTube. If you don't want to do none of those, there is one thing you can do. Everybody can hit that like button for me now. If everybody in here would do me the favor of doing that, let me start it off by, something real light. As always, give me about 20 likes. Smash the button real quick like that. You'll be amazed how quickly you can do 20 likes very quickly. If you can do that. If you're on YouTube, all you have to do is double tap your screen. You'll see how quickly that thumbs up button comes. Give me about 20 of those. It's only going to take you maybe about 40 seconds or so. I think y'all can sacrifice that for you, boy. I believe that would be awesome during this bye week. Let me start off. I guess I was wrong. If we were to start off with doing this bye week, let's go ahead and just give maybe a definite positive thing that I did that I will say. And I'm sharing. That's the reason why I'm not looking. I'm going to speak to everybody in just a second. Just give me a second and I'm going to speak to everybody here. Here's the first positive, y'all. I don't even have to look to say that. Can I hear everybody say, just type it in. And here it is. Thank God for the bye week. Type that in. I just want to know that I got some folks in here that agree with what that statement. Thank God for the bye week. I thank God for the bye week. Can y'all type that in? Let's start this party all right. Let's see if y'all agree with me. I just want to see who agree. Like if we had a back-to-back game after the Detroit game, I don't think we could have took no more. We needed this bye week. Thank God for the bye week. We needed this just to breathe because Detroit beat us so bad. I think we were on life support, as we all know. We needed this bye week. The way Detroit beat us, and then you got the 49ers next. If you would have had Detroit and then have to go to San Francisco, and you're essentially playing almost the same, well, let me say the same personality. It's not the same players because McCaffrey's not playing. They've got major injuries. But their style of play, and I'm talking about the 49ers, has not changed. They still punch you in the mouth. They still run the ball no matter who the running back is. They do still have some players there. Debo is still playing. Kittle is playing. Trent Williams is playing. Their defenders are there. It is what it is. So the 49ers are still the 49ers. We're not right. You understand what I'm saying? The mentality is not right. The style of play is not right. The coaching philosophy is not right. And to go against a physical team like Detroit and then had to come back and play a physical team like the 49ers, I don't think if we were on life support, I believe the air would get choked out of us by the 49ers following week. So we needed, hey, Regina, let me go ahead and speak. We needed this bye week. Let me see you all in here, and I'm going to tell you why. Hey, Miss Ty, I see you. E. Cush, what's up? My brother E. Cush here. Greg Davis, how you doing? Shane, how you doing, sir? Craig, how you doing, man? What's going on? I see all y'all questions. I'm just reading who in here now. Terry, how you doing? Purity, amen. How you doing? Kevin Kyrie, my brother. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for popping in on me. Demetrius, what's going on? Miss Regina again. How y'all doing? So we got a few more people. And I'm sorry, hello to those that are currently on Instagram. I got Instagram on here. It's been a while, so I'm not expecting a huge crowd from them. But I am live right now on Instagram. If you ever want to go there, it's not big time. This one is Lou Brooks 20 at Lou Brooks 20. That's LOU, last name Brooks, and the number 20 at Lou Brooks 20. That's where I am on Instagram. I believe I'm just gonna go ahead and just stick, keep it out. Funny part is that I do have, what's up, Kermit? I do have a big time show on Instagram, but I really ain't been concentrating on it, and I haven't done anything on it. Some of my old stuff is on there from maybe about a year and a half ago. I really have not been pumping it up, and I don't think I have the capability of going live on that specific channel. But over the years, of course, since I've been on Instagram a very long time, I can go live on that account, which is, again, at Lou Brooks 20, if you ever want to go to Instagram. All right. Matter of fact, just go there and follow me when you get a shot, and you'll see that. I appreciate you guys popping in on me. Let's go ahead and talk. That's enough of the pleasantries. Where do I begin? Matter of fact, I just made a decision. I'm gonna let you guys produce the show. The very first person I see, I'm just asking because there's so many plays we can cover that I don't have enough time. But where do I begin, y'all? Where? I'm asking you, type it in. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna show y'all my skills for real. Type in what you want me to talk about. The very first person I see, I'm gonna do it. Type it in. I got so many places I can go with this, but I'm gonna let y'all run it today. I'm gonna let y'all run it. Okay. Wherever you want to go, offense or defense. I don't think we have. Oh, let me throw this in. Here's your positive. Some of y'all don't get mad because I'm being negative. Here I go. Okay. The only positive that I see, and I'll add in our and I ain't gonna say mid-season. I'm just gonna say our bye-week MVP is, without a doubt, Brandon Aubrey. I have no complaints about him at all. None. He is going to be, again, an all-pro kicker. Unless, something crazy happens, unless he forgets how to kick or whatever. But as of right now, Brandon Aubrey is the best kicker in the NFL. And I don't care if he's, missed 3 or 4 or 5 field goals, which he has not. Even if he missed 1 or 2 and somebody else hadn't missed anything, Brandon Aubrey is the MVP of the Dallas Cowboys as of now. And watch this. It's not even close. It's not even close. That's your only positive, at least coming from me. Now, I saw Troy Aikman up first. Let's talk about what Troy said. Troy pretty much gave you a negative assessment of what he was seeing from the Cowboys, at least from a offensive perspective, in which he was saying they ran terrible routes. We run terrible routes. Something that we all been saying for the last 3 years, because there's no creativity to the routes. It's the same routes. Y'all know it. Come on, help me. Slant route, stop route, curl route. That's it. And an occasional go route. That is the route tree of the Dallas Cowboys. The reason why we say that is because that's all we see. We don't see nothing else. We rarely see crossing routes. You know what I'm saying? We rarely see rub routes. We have it in the arsenal. We just don't use it. That's what got us to win in Pittsburgh. It was a rub route. We don't see that. It's not what we do. Again, passing routes are simple. Stop routes, curl routes. Slant, curl, stop. And that's primarily the routes. There's no creativity in it. Formational wise, it's really not a lot of disguise, and you know what I'm saying? It's rarely used motion. That's what Troy was saying. Like, it's horrible. And then he really took the manhood away. See, I'm gonna call it like it is. He said they ain't running hard. Now, you playing NFL football, everybody know you're supposed to run now. Hard too, everybody know that. Call them lazy routes. Saying CD has to be better. Now, here's the thing about Troy Aikman. So you can't discredit Troy because, number one, there were 2 reasons. Well, there's more. One reason is he is a legend for this organization. Number 2, he has rings on his finger, plural rings, 3 of them, matter of fact. He's overqualified to talk. Then number 3, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. Is he the greatest quarterback of all time? No. But when you get one of those gold jackets, that means you are one of the greatest to ever do it. So Troy Aikman knows what he's talking about. And number 4, Troy is not like Michael Irvin, but he loves the Cowboys. Troy loves the Cowboys. And so he's more than qualified to talk about them. And he just flat out took their manhood away, called them lazy, called them like they don't know what they're doing, don't know, they don't run routes and all that. So if you don't do that, then how you gonna be efficient? That's what Troy was saying. Was he wrong? Sure, no. I don't know about that lazy part, but when you look at the film, You look like, see, the film don't lie. See, the film don't lie. They, I looked at it just to see the trolls talking about it, especially since he threw up the name CD. And when he threw it up, I had to go back and look. And I ain't gonna lie, for those of you that got access to the all 22 tape, you have to start back at the Cleveland game and then go all the way up to the present moment. Let me tell you something. CD wasn't running the routes the same speed now, but at least when he thought he was gonna get the ball. He looked like he was jogging. I'm just telling you what I saw. Also, let me throw this on CD real quick. What has CD proved this year? I started from the beginning. CD has proved to me that he needs training camp. He cannot skip training camp. Never again. He cannot. Because his quote-unquote timing is off. Him and Dak are not on the same page. It's obvious why. What has he done this year that he did differently in all the other couple years? Training camp. He can never miss training camp again. He's only had one quarterback his whole career, other than Cooper Rush when he got hurt. Other than that, it's the same quarterback. You ought to have the connection. He can't miss training camp, because if he miss training camp, he ain't nowhere near the same player. He thinking one thing and Dak thinking the other thing. We didn't have this problem last year. Training camp. He can't miss it. Other than that, I'm just like Snoop Dogg on First Take. CeeDee Lamb is a dog now. We ain't gonna act like he can't play. Let's not get too ignorant. He is a dog, but he is a dog that can't miss training camp. It's obvious. And he was glad. He was glad when the bye week came. They got to get on the same page and all that kind of stuff. It is what it is. But he can't miss training camp. That's obvious. Because he got to get on the same page. Speaking of Dak, let me pause and say this. And for those that are going to have something smart to say, keep it football. Don't make it personal. Congratulations to Dak. Just in case you don't know, he asked the young lady to marry him. And, of course, she accepted. Dak Prescott is engaged. He tore his house down, about to build a bigger one. Dak said that, he's, big preparing for a family. He already got a family. Got a little girlfriend at now, and got a baby by the young lady. I'm quite sure he probably thinking about having some more. And he's got his fiance now. They're soon to be married. Hey, God bless him. Glad he found love. Somebody he can share his life with. So please, y'all, don't try to make it personal. Don't do it. Just congratulate the man. And if you ain't got nothing nice to say about that, just don't say nothing at all. Okay? Just leave it alone like that. So I just want to throw that in. But let's go with Dak Prescott. Football Dak now. Let's go to football. Let me just say this. Dak will not be an all-pro this year. About that. Dak will not be an all-pro because he is not playing like an all-pro. Dak is forcing stuff. Dak is trying to, trying to make plays. His offense is really a one-man show, and he's trying to force things. He got, remember last year he was saying he would not have double-digit interceptions, and he did not. I think he got 7 already. I mean, we ain't nowhere near. We got 11 more games to go. He has not played well. Did he deserve his money? Yes. But just because he deserved his money and got it, um, you're giving room to all the pundits that didn't want him to have the money in the first place. He has not played well. Are there other factors that are involved in that? Um, yes. Um, but overall, if you were to give a letter grade for that, it is not an F, but it's not an A either. Um, more on the lines of it's got to be on more on the lines of maybe a C to me. Now you may think it's a B or a B minus or something like that. That's on you. I'm not gonna argue with you on that. Everybody's eyes see what they want to see. My eyes just say that he's playing average. So that's all I got to say on that. He has to play better. Everybody knows it. Are there factors involved in it, as I just said before? Obviously, yes. Obviously, yes. And it works, all together for the betterment of the quarterback and the better play. I agree. But Dak has made some questionable throws. His interceptions almost look like his usual interceptions. There are times where he just don't see people coming underneath. The interception in the Lions game was really, y'all, just a great play in the red zone when the guy caught the interception. He baited that. That's just a great play by the cornerback. Dak actually threw. What's up, Al? I see. Threw a good pass. He just was counting on the cornerback to hit that flat there. Instead, he fooled Dak and went right where he was throwing in the corner where he was trying to hit CD in the corner. That's just great cornerback play. I give it that. So Dak is not doing well. To me. Hey James, how you doing, sir? Appreciate all y'all popping in on you, boy. However long you stay, I appreciate all of you that's coming on. Let me get to Jerry Jones because I saw that there, and I might be here a while with him. Jerry, man, look. Jerry just don't understand, y'all. Let me go back. Shane just says he questions the effort by the O-line. I said something earlier. What's up, Sid? I see Cedric Moore's on Instagram. Let me say this about that. Cowboy fans, we have been spoiled. We have. I'll tell you why. We have been spoiled, y'all. And this essentially actually goes to Will McClay, Jerry, since he want to take the credit. Since he want to take the credit, then let me give him some credit. We've been spoiled by offensive lineman play. Even the young ones that we've drafted, we've been so spoiled, y'all, that the expectation is that just because we draft you, we automatically judge them from all pro levels. And we got to remember that sometimes some of these young guys are going to play like rookies. Shane, I'm not going to say it because I don't think that's the case. I think what you're seeing is rookies at times playing like rookies. See, we done got spoiled by Tyron Smith, who came in as a Pro Bowl left tackle, as a rookie. All pro, from that point on. We got spoiled by Zach Martin, immediate first team All Pro in his rookie year. All Pro, ever since. We got spoiled by it. We got spoiled even on a lesser degree We even got spoiled by Steele in his first year because he played well. There was an argument, if y'all remember, that Steele in his first year as a starter should have been named to the Pro Bowl. He wasn't. We even got spoiled by Tyler Biadasz, who became a Pro Bowl player his second year starting. Young guy. The only person that we really, and because Connor Williams did not match up to all these all-pro guys that we had, we thought he was trashed. Look at Tyler Smith. First year, Pro Bowl. No, I'm sorry, second year, Pro Bowl. Second year, all first team, all pro. Third year. I mean, look, we've been spoiled by the line. Now we got BB and Guyton coming in, and they're not playing all pro level. And I don't know if that makes you question it. Terrence Steele, I'll say this about him. Maybe the injury to Terrence Steele, because this is his year, second year, coming off of the ACL injury. I'm starting to look at Terrence Steele the same way I looked at Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup had an ACL. He got paid. And then he come back, he came back too early. He wasn't right. Everybody could see it. Hey, James got a super chat. James said, keep talking. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Gallup was not right. We played him, and then we talked bad about him. For those that know about ACL injuries, usually it's not the first year coming back. It's usually the year after when you really can assess, who's got it. Well, last year was Steele's year coming off the ACL, and now he's coming back. Just like we saw Gallup on his second year coming back, and he was not the same. It looked like he lost everything, and to prove our point, Mike Gallup is now retired. Well, I'm starting to look at Steele, and I'm thinking that he just ain't got himself back together. I think he lost something. I really do. I don't think he's nowhere near where he was 2 years ago. And maybe that injury, maybe he's just not right. Everybody don't come back and become their old self. Sometimes you really catch the effect of the injury. You really do. You really do. You really don't. Some folks don't come back and be the same. They just come back, to be where, maybe 85, 90%, and that's about as good as it's going to get. It really is like a Michael Gallup situation. I'm starting to think that it is. I'm starting to think that it is, starting to look like Michael Gallup situation. I am. And I don't know if because Steele didn't look like this even a couple years ago. Steele is getting whipped easily. So I don't know if they have anything to do with effort, Shane. I just think that he's just not the same. And as far as BB and Guyton goes, I already can tell you now, I believe that they will be much better next year than they are this year. They're rookies. For the first time, we done got some linemen, and they play like rookies. They hold, they miss assignments, they get confused by twists. They not knocking folks down like Zach Martin did. And Cowboys fans got to kind of lay back a little bit. We've been spoiled. Yeah. By great offensive line play. And you and I are going to have to grow with them. I'm quite sure that before the year is out, no matter how bad the Cowboys' record may be or whether we make the playoffs or not, I'm quite sure that at the end of the year, Tyler Guyton will be, if he's healthy, of course, and BB, will be better than what they are right now. I believe that. They're rookies. And you got to allow a rookie. See, we didn't have that opportunity with Zach Martin. We didn't have with Tyron Smith and even Tyler Smith. We didn't have that. They came in ready to go. All pros immediately. Forget Pro Bowl. I'm talking about all pros. I mean, come on now. Everybody ain't going to do that. Everybody not going to do that. Let's also throw this in, Shane, since we're going to O-line. I really don't know, to be honest with you, if the O-line is good or bad. You want to know why? Because if my quarterback is in shotgun the whole game and my offensive line are going backwards in pass protection just about every play because we don't run the ball, then how really can we judge this offensive line? We don't run the ball. I don't have guys that can go forward like regular offensive linemen do. We do not run the ball. If all you're doing is pass protection, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get a whole lot of pre-snap penalties, false starts, because guess what? You got Tyler Guyton going against TJ Watt, and he's trying to anticipate the snap count so he can go ahead and get a first step so he can try to block all these awesome pass rushers that he's seen so far. Guess what? You're going to get some pre-snap false start penalties. But when you run the ball, it ain't no pre-snap penalties. It's just not. So now we're at 1st and 15. Cowboys aren't explosive enough to go ahead and get first downs off 1st and 15 because, I mean, we're not like that. So I don't know what our offensive line is. I don't. I'm sorry. All I can judge and say is this. You know, I know we're not good at pass protection. Not too great. I can tell you that because that's what I've seen. Al Logan says rumor Nick Chubb could be in Dallas by trade deadline. I don't want Nick Chubb. I'm sorry. I mean, he's coming off a knee injury where he tore the ACL, the PCL, and the MCL, and he's been out a whole year. I don't know if Chubb is the same guy, but you know, that's a Dallas Cowboy type player. Somebody who's been injured, has somewhat of a name, and you trying to catch lightning in a bottle, they will try to go ahead and get it done. I don't want Nick Chubb. I'll tell you how bad it is. I will keep Ezekiel Elliott before I get Nick Chubb. That's how bad I don't know what he is. I mean, he coming off a real serious knee injury. I don't want him. That's just me. You know. And then when it comes to rumors and with big name guys, you know, I don't care nothing about the rumors because the Cowboys never do nothing anyway. Why would you get Nick Chubb? They'll come in and say, well, he needs to be on the pitch count because we're trying to protect him and his knee. Right now, in order to run, we don't need no pitch counts. We need some guy that can flat out run the ball. But as I just said before, who cares about? I don't care if you brought in Derrick Henry. We have a pass-happy offensive coordinator who does not run the ball. It ain't just started this year. It's been this way. When he had a younger Ezekiel Elliott, when he had a fresh Tony Pollard, he still didn't run it enough. Let's call it like it is. Dak flourished. Oh my God, Dak turned all the way into a MVP candidate. Dak was turning into an all-pro quarterback. Dak turned into a Pro Bowl quarterback. Dak did all of that. Dak improved. Running backs, we was asking, can somebody on this team, it was just a couple years ago, can somebody on this team get the ball more than 14 times a game? Y'all remember that? we'll look down at Pollard like we know Pollard needs the ball. He's a playmaker. We'll look at the box score. Ezekiel Elliott would have the ball 14 times. Pollard would get the ball maybe 7. And we like, come on, man. Ain't nothing wrong with him. Can we run the ball? Can we run the ball? We've been saying this for the last 10 years. And look, and that was with a bunch of all-pros on the front line. Tyron Smith was an all-pro. Tyler Smith was a rookie who ended up making the Pro Bowl that year by default. And then we had Zach Martin, who was an all-pro guard. That's 3 guys. Still didn't run it. So I don't want to hear nothing about Nick Chubb. Like I said, I don't care if it was Derrick Henry. I don't care. He would not run the ball. He would not. He's allergic. He just like Kellen Moore. He is allergic. If Derrick Henry is capable, until I see it differently, Derrick Henry is capable of carrying the ball at least 28 times a game. He's still that guy. He still is that dude. He'll come to Dallas. If Derrick Henry came here, we'll be looking at Derrick probably getting the ball somewhere between 17 to 19 times. Why is that? Because just like last week, when Ezekiel Elliott started crying and moaning and complaining about getting some playing time, and we all know that Rico just came off a game in Pittsburgh where he had his best game, the offense moved, the running game got going, but Ezekiel Elliott started crying, and what happened the very next week? Ezekiel Elliott was the starting running back and got more carries than Rico. Why am I saying that? It's because if that is the case, and all you got to do is cry, Derrick Henry would not get the ball as much as he's getting it in Baltimore. And he's sharing it with Lamar. Because Jerry Jones paid Dak Prescott $60 million a year. He paid CeeDee Lamb $34 million a year. And he was going to say, you got to get the ball to Dak now because he's getting paid $60 million. You got to look, we just paid a wide receiver. We ain't pay him to block. No. He has to get the ball. Mike McCarthy would ruin Derrick Henry. Jerry Jones would, too. Throw that in. Y'all better understand what's going on around here. Ezekiel Elliott proved to me what the problem of the Cowboys is. Point the finger right up to the top. Mr. Jerry Jones. That's what the problem is. What the problem is. All signs, especially since he declared the buck stopped with me. The buck stopped with me. If it's something right, the buck stopped with me. If it's something wrong, the buck stopped with me. I make the decisions. I make all the necessary adjustments. I. Okay, I. Then Jerry Jones now is the problem. Because I guarantee you, see, Mike McCarthy, here's the truth, y'all. If y'all go back to, for all those that go to have all 22, go back to the Cleveland game, first game of the year. Notice who the number one running back was that game. Very first drive, it was Rico. Rico got the first drive with the snaps. Got the second one too. Then Ezekiel came in. Ezekiel started crying. What that means is, since Rico was out there the first game, that means Mike McCarthy was the coach. And he made a decision that Rico Dow is the best running back on his team right now. He needs to be the starter. That's the coaching decision that I'm quite sure Brian Schottenheimer and Mike McCarthy came up with, and that's what happened. Week 2, Rico Dow. Week 3, Rico Dow. Week 4, Rico Dow. Then Ezekiel Elliott started crying. I don't like my role. Who you think changed that role? Mike McCarthy? Oh my God. You know who did it. Loyalty. What have I always told y'all? Loyalty is the silent killer of the Dallas Cowboys. Didn't I tell y'all that? Been telling you for years. That's what happened. That's what happened. Which leads to this. How about this one? Nobody ain't saying this. Y'all might hear this first. Malik Hooker, Donovan Wilson, our two starting safeties. Are you going to sit and tell me that one of your best defenders from last year, even though he was undersized, are you sitting there telling me that you can't find a place for Marquise Bell? Have y'all remember him? Y'all remember how well he played last year? All he's regulated to is special teams? Are you kidding me? Everybody loves Wanye Thomas. Are you telling me that Wanye, all he can do is play special teams? I thought the goal of a coach was, and I'm not even blaming Zimmer. I'm not blaming Zimmer for that. Because the same way I just said about Ezekiel Elliott, Jared Jones can talk out to the defense. Ain't nowhere in the world you gonna tell me that Marquise Bell is supposed to be only regulated to kickoff coverage. Are you kidding me? That was one of your better players, a playmaker. Well, he can't start over Malik Hooker. Why not? Oh, I'm sorry. You paid Malik Hooker, so the ones that get paid, they got to play. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you're supposed to put the best players on the field. That's what I thought. Help me. Al Logan says Zeke will be the starter when we play the 49ers. Let me tell you something. If Zeke is a starter when we play the 49ers, Dak Prescott will be throwing the ball 52 times in that game. That's all I'm going to tell you. Just telling the truth. If Ezekiel Elliott is the primary ball carrier in any game, it could be against Carolina Panthers later on, in any game, Dak Prescott for that Pacific game will throw the ball 52 times. Why am I saying that? Because at some point, we got to call it like it is. Zeke up the middle in the shotgun with that inside zone play, which seems to be the only running play we have, because I don't see nothing else. But that's only going to be 2 yards. We done seen it too many years, man. It ain't. I'm sorry if I'm not. I know I'm a preacher. I'm not calling those things to be though as they were. I'm sorry. I'm calling it like it is. Zeke up the middle, only giving you 2 yards. That's it. If that much. We done seen it. What? Speaking of which, this is the play calling, Mike McCarthy. Why are we running a shotgun inside running when you already know that when you hand it off to Zeke, you know Zeke is going to get the ball because you already know Dak is not a threat to pull it back out and run it himself. Nobody ain't scared of Zach. I mean, Dak running, doing a zone read. Dak ain't Lamar Jackson. Dak is not, he's not even Jalen Hurts. Dak is slow. And watch this. Here's the other truth. See, the zone read with Dak works at the goal line. It is. It works there. It don't work in the middle of the field. Dak, that's the only place to work. Here's the truth, y'all. If you notice when Dak do run, have anybody noticed that Dak don't look the same running no more? You know why? Because the ankle injury took something out of him. Do y'all see that now? Look at how Dak was running, and Dak is in the best shape of his life. He looks smaller now than he did a couple years ago, but he lost the speed. I ain't saying he can't truck over nobody, but he ain't getting outside nobody. Nobody. The ankle injury took something away from Dak to the point that he's really not even a running threat. Now, if you tell me he's going to run quarterback sneaks like Jalen Hurts, Dak can get you that. If you're at the 1 or the 2 yard line, the zone read might work then. But when you're in the middle of the field and he lined up a shotgun and hand it off, he can't even do a fake. Nobody ain't respecting that. And his speed. So the play is going to get ate up immediately because everybody know the running back getting the ball. I wouldn't be worried about Dak. Look, even if Dak faked folks out, he still couldn't outrun nobody. The play ain't going nowhere. He too slow. All right, let's go back to Ezekiel Elliott. Why does Zeke seem to only run on the inside? Y'all know why. I wish y'all would tell the truth in here. It is because he can't get outside. Everything that he runs is between the center and both guards because he can't get outside. Why? Because Zeke ain't got the speed no more. He don't. Now, if you put him outside in a screen game, he got a better chance of doing more damage there. But if you run a stretch play with Zeke, it ain't going nowhere. It ain't. And what the Cowboys got to do is tell Zeke this. Son, well, don't call him son. Zeke, we appreciate you for your efforts concerning this franchise. You will always be loved here. You are a hero to this organization. We know that you gave us your heart, you gave us your body, and you played with your soul. We know who you are. One day you will be in high consideration for getting your name put in the ring of honor. You've earned that right. We'll tackle that a little later. But as for now, you are a number 2 running back. You are not the lead back. This is what they need to say. You are a lead back. And you're not a lead back, I'm sorry. For right now, we want to go to a different direction. However, you do have value on this team. We will, in goal line situations, inside the 5 yard line, you will be the primary back. We'll have a lot of chances of scoring touchdowns because we do know that your value is there. You can run in there. We know the way you can move the pile. Yes. But as far as being inside, from the 20 to the 20, we're going to let Rico, try to carry the load. When we get in the red zone, this is your wheelhouse now. Somebody needs to tell them that. And it ain't no disrespect. Yeah, but somebody got to tell the truth around here. Y'all want results and change? Okay, let's put the proper people in the proper places if we're really talking about winning some games. Let's get the scheme right. Why? Speaking of that, why is Dalvin Cook not? I mean, God Almighty. Why you go get him? I mean, by now he know plays. I mean, let's just stop it. Why you go get him? And if he ain't that, do him like you did Martavius Bryant a couple years ago or last year. Go ahead and cut him. Everybody's excited when Bryant got signed, the wide receiver. Y'all remember that? Oh, Martavius Bryant didn't even make it to the field. He didn't get out of the practice squad. If Dalvin Cook is that, go ahead and cut him. But if he can play, he needs to be on the field. I mean, you done tried everything. Bring them up. Bring them up. Oh, but I forgot. We're loyal because we love the feel-good story of Deuce Vaughn. I'm sorry. We got the fear. So here we go. Ezekiel Elliott, to me, was nothing. And y'all, I don't care nothing about y'all getting mad. I ain't disrespecting Zeke. I didn't want him back because I know he ain't the same. But y'all brought him back. To me, he's nothing but a feel-good story. Remember when we signed him? The offseason was dead. We didn't have nothing. We weren't doing anything. Then all of a sudden, Zeke gets signed. Everybody said, "Oh, we got Zeke back. We got Zeke back. We ready. What? We got Zeke back." You had Zeke back and he barely get the ball. He's a feel-good story. Signing him, different jerseys, signed jerseys, the number 15 jersey, has sold. He's already done all that. It's a feel-good story. He ain't been no impact this year. They're not even using them right. They're not. To me, the Pittsburgh game where Rico fumbled the ball, guess what? It should have been Zeke in there. He should have been in there. Hey, Tamika, how you doing? He should have been there. Zeke should have been one. There shouldn't have been a fumble. That's Zeke category. That's what he should have been in. They don't even know how to use the players right. James, I love the comment. Love the comment. Nothing wrong with what you said. You said, I thought that was the reason why we brought Zeke back, because back to be able to give us those short yards that we need and touch now. Here's my question to you, James. Not saying you're wrong, but here's my question. When have we been in third and short? Everything hard. Everything been third and long primarily. We ain't been in no third and short. And then when we get in third and short, my God, they want to pass the ball. Y'all know how Mike McCarthy is. Guess what? It's 3rd and 1. Shotgun. 4th and inches. Shotgun. What? See what I'm saying? When your mind already made up that you want to pass the ball on 4th and inches, 4th and 1, 3rd and 1. When have we been in? When have we really been in third and short this year? We got holding calls. We got when we run the ball primarily is very short yardage. Whether it's been pretty much Rico or Zeke. We didn't really run the ball well to the Pittsburgh game in the second half. So everything else prior to that, we really ain't been. We ran decent against Cleveland. Other than that, we ain't done nothing. We ain't done nothing. So we ain't really been in no third and shorts. We haven't been. So you're right on your James, you were right on your assessment, without a doubt. That's what we were saying. We were having red zone issues. We needed somebody that can bang it up in there and get tough yardage. That's got Zeke name written all over. But when we been in it? And when we were in it, hell, Zeke didn't get the ball. Call it like it is. So Zeke to me ain't nothing but a feel-good story. Just a roster spot. That's all. Deuce Vaughn. Well, we all saw what happened when he got drafted. The emphasis was on his father, who works there. A feel-good story. Had his father call Deuce when they drafted. How would you like to work? How would you like to come to work with me every day? Tears flying everywhere. Such a touching moment. You ain't seen it before, go look at YouTube. It's a touching moment. It really was. Deuce there. The training camp coming this year, that a lot of us were saying Deuce wasn't going to make the team. When you let him on the team, and guess what? He's primarily been in jogging pants on game day. Why in the world did you even put Deuce on the roster? He done spent more time in the Dallas Cowboy jogging suits than he has in a Dallas Cowboy uniform. I wish y'all would tell the truth today. I wish y'all would tell the truth. I wish y'all would tell the truth. Y'all see when you get to situations like where we in, when keep in mind the Cowboys are 3-3. See, we all looking at it like we 1-8 or something like that. Now the Cowboys 3-3 now. If we beat the 49ers, everybody, the whole narrative gonna change a little bit. The narrative gonna change. We're gonna be 4-3 like ain't nobody expecting us to beat the 49ers. If we some kind of way beat the 49ers, the whole narrative is gonna change again. But I'm still saying the same thing. Why Deuce Vaughn is nothing but a feel-good story. They're not even using Deuce in the best way that he could be used. What was Deuce at Kansas State, y'all? All-American running back, but I don't think he can be an All-American running back in the NFL. But Deuce was also a kick returner. Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? Hello, I don't care nothing about him doing screenplay and all that kind of stuff. I don't care nothing about that. He was also a dominant kick returner. So let me show you this. If you're going to have Deuce on your team, put him in a spot where he can make impact. Do y'all remember that they stopped kicking the Turpin and started kicking the Wanye Thomas? Wanye Thomas ain't no kick returner. Why in the world didn't you put Deuce and Turpin right there? Well, I get it. You're going to say, oh, well, the same guy got to run down and do kickoff coverage too. I ain't going to argue with you on that. So if you're not going to put them there, okay, and you're not going to let them run the ball, and if you did have them running the ball, how many plays does Deuce really get in a game? 1, 2, maybe? So why in the world is he on this dang team? If he had jogging pants and jewelry instead of a uniform, hello. If he got a Rolex watch on and a Dallas Cowboy jogging suit and some Nike tennis shoes or whatever the carrier or the Cowboys shoe choice is, whatever that is, and got the latest hat. If he got the latest hat and he done had that on more than a Dallas Cowboy uniform on, what in the world we got him for? Look, guys like Deuce Vaughn, y'all. Deuce be outside there on the sideline. Our game, the game lasts about 2.5 hours, whatever it is combined. And Deuce don't even have to take a shower. Deuce can just go back to his locker room, take off the jogging suit, keep the watch on because it probably matched the outfit that he wore in. Put your other clothes back on. Go get your key and just go on drive or wait for your dad and y'all ride out together. Because you don't need to take a shower. You don't need to take no shower. You ain't smelling. You ain't sweating. If you was sweating and hot, there's plenty of Gatorade over there and water. You've been drinking that the whole time. Guys, that's why the defense so tired. The defense so tired because they on the field because the offense can't move the ball. But another reason why the defense is so tired is because Deuce Vaughn done drunk all the water on the sideline. See, the bench players can't even get it right. Y'all worried about the starters. I need to know why my defense can't drink no water. Whoever the guys that didn't make the 52-man roster or whatever, I mean, for the week who not playing, I need to know their water intake. Stop drinking water. Let my defense drink. Y'all talking about the offense, man. You got to look every creek, every angle of this team got to be everything has to be dissected. Stop drinking water. You ain't done that. You ain't playing. Stop drinking. I can't stand it. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. I can't stand it. All right. A bunch of feel-good stories. Loyalty. We're being loyal to Deuce Daddy because he's there and we don't want him to feel bad. We're going to keep him on the team. Like, wow. Oh, we're going to keep him there at the expense of Dalvin Cook, too, I mean. Where's Dalvin Cook on the depth chart, y'all? Is he fourth? I mean, really? I'm not counting Hunter Lemke because Lemke is going to be on the team all year. Okay, he's listed as one of the running backs, but Lemke's supposed to have a uniform on. Okay, let's get that straight. So that's one spot. The Cowboys usually carry, at least this year, they've carried 3 guys. So obviously it's Zeke and Rico. Which leads to this question. If Dalvin Cook does get called up, who he taking snaps from? I mean, who carries is he taking from? Let's talk about that real quick. Let's just say, for instance, you get what you want, like a lot of us want. We want Dalvin to play. But if he plays, who is he getting? Who carries? Who is he taking the carries from? Let's look at that real quick. When Zeke Elliott started crying last week or week before last, I said the same thing. Like, okay, if you give Zeke the ball, who is he taking carries away from? And I thought it was going to be from either Lemke. Not that Lemke was really getting the ball anyway. I thought it would be from that. I didn't think that he was going to take away carries from Rico. That's the way it turned out. So if Dalvin is coming, is he taking carries away from Rico or is he taking carries away from Zeke? Now, we all know who he's supposed to take it from, but they just showed the ultimate loyalty to Zeke and showed the unloyalty to the play on the field from Rico. So if you're going to take away the loyalty to Zeke, the feel-good story, and take the carries away from a guy who produced in the Pittsburgh game, then common sense going to tell me that Dalvin Cook is going to take away carries from Rico. They ain't finna mess with Zeke. Hello, y'all. I'm trying to help y'all before y'all have a heart attack. But we got 11 more weeks of this stuff, and it ain't looking good. Okay? It's not looking good to me. I done seen plenty of football. I know how this thing goes. I seen the Jones family, how they work. I can predict it. They do not look this season is something got to happen quickly. If not, we're gonna be in bad shape for real. I don't see. We got some underlying issues that don't have anything to do with the football field. It has to do. It has to do with loyalty, and whoever's getting paid, that's who plays. I'm trying to tell y'all. Kay McDonald, I like what you're saying. But let me throw this in. And I'm not knocking you because I said it earlier. If we are going to have Zeke in, it should be where you just said. Should be at the goal line. But let me ask you this question. Is Zeke really the best goal line back we got? Because see, I want to raise it up. And I know this boy's proven. I know Zeke proven. I know from that area. I understand. How about Hunter Lemke be the goal line back? How about that? I just want to throw that up. I think Hunter Lemke can do the same job. I do. In other words, we ain't got time for feel-good stories. You understand what I'm saying? Zeke is a full feel-good story. Can't run outside. Can't run inside. Excellent pass blocker. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. He still can run the screen game. Zeke does run the screen ball well. I'll give him that. But, so does Lemke. Hello. You don't think Hunter Lemke can run the screen pass well? A little quicker? A little fast? Huh? I'm just saying. Lemke runs the ball well. Huh? That Shane, excellent point. It's funny, but it's an excellent point. Y'all look what Shane said. How about we just get to the goal line? Yeah, right there. Right there. Yeah, that's an excellent point. Can we even get there? I love it. I'm just going there. Now, let me go defense. Let me go defense slightly. All right. It's unfair for us to really just be going at the defense. Somebody got to say it. I will. Everybody hurt. And I'm not saying that if guys were in there, because see, quick news flash. If DeMarcus Lawrence and Michael Parsons were playing, that may not make a difference at all. Because see, I remember games where we got the team beat our brains out, and they ran over them too, and it was 40 points. Blowout wins, real blowout. Michael Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence played those games, still got destroyed. So I ain't saying they the end out, but I am saying you get them out there, we're better. But you can't tell me that I got practice squad guys playing, and we're expecting this defense to be, stop stuff. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not. It's not. And so I'm not blaming. Okay, all signs point to Parsons is coming back, but what has he done? See, first of all, scheme is wrong. All the 49er games, they had Michael Parsons over there on Trent Williams. Come on, man. He ain't getting there too much. That's why when y'all see it, Michael Parsons don't have no real sacks against the 49ers. He ain't done nothing. Y'all want to tell the truth now. He ain't done nothing. He's going against Trent Williams. Why didn't he just move? You ain't getting nothing against Trent Williams. You're not. Hello. He ain't done nothing. 49ers at the time had one of the best offensive lines in the game. Ain't nobody do nothing. DeMarcus Lawrence didn't do nothing. No, Cade, I'm not saying that we're better without Michael Parsons. That'd be a foolish statement. I'm saying with him, though, we still got 40 points put against us. Need I remind you that we played the 49ers just about this time last year on a Sunday night game and got embarrassed. Do you remember that game? The only person that wasn't there was Diggs. He was hurt then. Bland was out there. DeMarcus Lawrence was out there. Parsons was out there. Got annihilated. That ain't the only game where we got embarrassed by. We ain't got to go far. We can go just this year. Baltimore made us look bad. All those guys played, except Bland. The Saints this year, y'all remember that? All of them was out there, got destroyed. Still couldn't stop the run. 200. What Baltimore do? 227 yards on the ground. Really? Parsons, Lawrence, all of them was out there. Okay. Was the Saint game? Saints ain't look. The Saints played their Super Bowl against us like most teams do, and we ain't heard from them ever since. We made the Saints look like they were the world champions, and now they look like they are going to be in the top 10 or 11 in the NFL draft. I mean, come on now. That's what we look like. We made them look like that. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you now whether Parsons plays, whether Parsons come out and play, whether Bland is there. I know Lawrence won't be there. You know, the 49ers going to run the ball. Y'all know that. Can we stop it? Same question we had last 8-9 years. Can we stop the run? I mean, come on. Kay says, what do you think about the Alvin Kamara rumors? Well, I don't know if you check it out, Kay. I don't know if you watch Twitter or not, but pull up Alvin Kamara's Twitter page, and he cleared it all up. He said, let me be accurate. Saying every time a player name come up, the first team they always call out is Dallas Cowboys. I'm so sick of that. And the Cowboy fans eat it up and act like we gonna get man. We never get nobody. I mean, we don't get nobody. He said 4 hours ago, Alvin Kamara on his Twitter page, he said incorrect. Matter of fact, 4 hours ago, he said on his Twitter page, I ain't requested a trade, so that's a lie. I'm in an orange robe on the way to Knoxville. Hashtag who that. So rumors are just that, rumors. He said he didn't ask for a trade. That don't necessarily mean that the Saints ain't offering them up. I don't know that. He said he didn't ask for a trade. I'm going to go with his word. So even if he did, the Cowboys wouldn't get him. You know that. Cowboys don't want to pay a running back. Remember that? They had a chance to get Henry. Didn't even make the call. Didn't even make the call. Hello. So let's stop it. The Cowboys are not gonna make no trade. And I'll close out with this. Y'all, here's a theory. It's not factual. I'm just looking at, and Joe, it must be in my notes, because here we go. Joe must be in my note, because this is what I'm gonna close with. There is no urgency, y'all, to make this team better. Internally or externally, there is no urgency. You got some answers that are on the bench that can make this team better. They're not doing that. Everybody talking about trades and all that type of stuff. Cowboys ain't doing all that. Okay? The only sign is that we will do. Appreciate you, Matrix. I must be talking good, because he's saying I'm a member of the show. Hey, listen, if you want to be a member of the Big Time Show, a member, go hit that Cash App button there, and you'll have an option to be a member. And from that, I put you in a little group that I have, and you can conversate with me and other people who have contributed to this show. You can do that. You'll have to make a pledge, and it's not it is a monetary pledge, but I don't put what it starts with. So you could even put $1 in. You can put $2. It'll take it out your card every month, and you can become a member. So I just want to throw that out. Consider it if you want to. It just shows support. Now, let me say this. There's not any. The only people we will sign, y'all, are people that have to be signed because somebody's injured. That's the only people we sign. That's it. That's it. And those guys are coming off the street. Like everybody talking about, we just signed a couple guys. We just signed a guy this week, if I'm not mistaken. We're not. Oh, the guy came off the street. We're not getting anybody special. Okay, so think about that. The only guys that they are considering getting are guys that are replacing injured players, just to fill out the roster. Keep that in mind. Number 2, ain't no trades, man. No trade. You trade to make your team better, right? They're not interested in making the team better. Okay? Okay? All right. Signing a free agent. At this point, who you signing? All the great free agents are gone. The only free agents that are out there are guys that are off the street. That's it. We ain't signing nobody. So that proves to me, because they had a chance to do it all summer long, they didn't do it. They didn't want to do it. Y'all remember that? Huh? Hey, Louis 3, you're witnessing it right now. A soft rebuild. Since I just said this, just my opinion, y'all. I ain't gonna get Hawkins, Virginia. And I'm gonna tell you why. Even though that would be a great trade, it would be. And it would help immediately. Listen to what everybody's saying about the Cowboys. They're only scared of one person, and they automatically take him away, and nobody's scared. Well, the Cowboys know that. The Cowboys know that this offense ain't no threat. They know CD is the only threat. They know teams are doubling him, taking them out the game, and saying, hey, let Ferguson beat us. Hey, let Tolbert beat us. Hey, we'll take our chances on that. They already know all this. Matter of fact, they know the roster that they putting out there. They know that. They know that, this draft and developmental system that they've had for years, that they know where they are. Here's what the problem is. The draft and developmental system worked for years. Some of the young guys became all pros in their first or second year. Van Der Esch was an all pro in his rookie year. I forgot about that day. I ain't say Pro Bowl. I said all pro. Tyler Smith, all pro in his second year. Hello. Young player, but developed to be an all pro. I mean, quick. Deron Bland, I ain't got to say nothing. In his rookie contract, all pro. First team all pro. Diggs, in his rookie contract, what? All pro. See, we've been spoiled. We've been spoiled by it, and the system worked. That's why the Cowboys ain't in no rush to make an urgent change like everybody want, because their system, I ain't talking about the end result with Super Bowl, but you can't dismiss 12-5. 3 straight years. You can't dismiss going to the playoffs 3-4 straight years. You can't dismiss it because their system worked. For the first time, they're running the same system, but they're getting the different results. If a guy get hurt a couple previous years, you had somebody, next man up, they say, that stepped up and made the plays. This year, the first year where it ain't working right now. That the system looks like it just don't work. It's the first year. Reality has set in. Reality done set in now. And they believe in their system because it has worked. for years. Now they're not gonna get desperate. So what does that mean? Here's why. Check me out here, Regina. Even though I love what you just said, I love DeAndre Hopkins. I would love to have him. They ain't gonna do that. You know why, ladies and gentlemen? Here's my theory. What does the Cowboys do best? Or what does everybody say they do best? I'll speed up the process. Draft. Are you aware that the Cowboys will have 11 picks in the next draft? Do y'all know that? Louis, you're a little bit late. I've already called those two names out. The answer is yes. But loyalty will not let those guys play. They got 11 draft picks next year, y'all. 11. And they have a team that is struggling. That is 3-3. And when you look at the schedule, the next 6 or 7 games, let's be honest. What Vegas says that the Cowboys are not favored in no game, with the exception of maybe one. Let's look at it together. Y'all tell me what a win is. Okay? I mean, I'm just calling like it is. They 3-3 right now, right? Okay. Here we are. 49ers next Sunday night. Anybody saying we're going to beat the 49ers? The following week at Atlanta. Dallas, in Dallas. The next game, Philadelphia. The next game in Dallas against the Houston Texans. I'm just waiting on y'all to see what the win is. The next game at Washington, the Commanders. I know y'all saying, well, the Cowboys always win in the NFC East. Okay, you feel that confident this year against Philly and Washington? I mean, Washington kind of like a toss-up. I'm just giving you the games. Thanksgiving, we got the Giants. I think that may be the only game where we might be favored, and that's really going to be dependent on who line up for the Cowboys that week. All right, the following week is in Dallas against Cincinnati. And then we go to Carolina. That'll be a game where the Cowboys will be favored. But as always, these lesser teams play well above their head because the Cowboys show up. We done seen that too many times. Then after that, we got Tampa Bay in Dallas. Then we go to Philly. And then Washington close out. So let me go through that again because that was a lot. These are the remaining games, y'all. At the 49ers, at Atlanta, Philly come to Dallas, the Texans come to Dallas, at Washington, Thanksgiving is against the Giants, then we play Cincinnati and Dallas, then we go to Carolina, then Tampa Bay come to us, then we go to Philly, then we close out at home against Washington. I mean, the way the Cowboys are playing, and defense, y'all tell me where you think we really going. I mean, they still got to kick the ball off, but I mean, we. And so let me go back to what I was saying. They see the rest of the schedule. There ain't no urgency to make this roster better. So the way I'm looking at it is like this, y'all. I'm looking at it like this. The Cowboys could very well do, if everybody say the Cowboys keep struggling like this, the Cowboys could very well sneak into the top 10. So get this right. The Cowboys will have 11 picks in the draft, and probably every pick, natural pick, will be in the top 10 in every round. They got 11 picks in all. Now you already know that even if you draft 11 guys straight out, 11 guys ain't gonna make this team. Y'all know that. So what does that mean? You're gonna trade some of those picks away. You could even walk out with more picks once you trade it away. And if the Cowboys got a top 8, top 10 pick, well, you might need to start go looking at mock drafts of the top 10. And specifically, also remember this. The salary cap, which the Cowboys have $20 million as of now. The only money they have spent has been because of guys injured. The money rolls over next year. It is also safe to say that the salary cap will go up next year just like it did this year. So you're going to have an increased salary cap naturally. You start adding all the gambling money that comes in to the NFL. When you start talking about all the overseas money that they've made that's coming in, when you do throw in, and I'm not trying to be funny, I'm just telling the truth, when you throw in the Taylor Swift effect, considering the fact that the NFL said that Taylor Swift brought in $331 million because the Taylor Swift Nation came in and supported her while she just walked through a tunnel, and they'll throw some shots up at her when her boyfriend scored, or why they going. That's why they always go up there. Increase viewership. So you might as well say she gonna throw in another 300, probably more this year than ever. All right, when you add all that up, the salary cap going up next year. Plus the $20 million that will roll over the next year, which means, ladies and gentlemen, the Cowboys will have a lot of money going into next year. Does that mean they're going to sign free agents? Yeah, well, we already know how the Jones family work. Probably not. But they ain't got them a one goal. We got to make sure we got enough money to sign Michael Parsons. You're going to have that even if you didn't roll over the money. That's all they keep talking about. Well, we got to make sure we got enough money to sign Parsons. You're going to have enough money to sign Parsons. It's easy. The question is, what are you going to do to put around them? Oh, well, here we go. We got 11 picks. We got a real opportunity here to rebuild. There you go with that soft rebuild answer, whoever that was that asked me that. That's why they're not in the urgency mood to make nothing happen. Trust me, at some point, if the Cowboys are losing, they gonna want to look. They ain't gonna want to win too many games. You keep winning, the lower you go in the draft. You don't think the Cowboys, if they, let's just say they 4-8 or something like that at the time. You don't think the Cowboys ain't gonna be interested in trying to get as high as they can? Look at Joe right here. And Joe, you must be in my notes. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all got to start thinking like this. Stop thinking about the playoffs. We don't look like no playoff team. When we start looking like one, I get on here and say, hey, we got a shot. As of right now, we look like we headed straight to the draft. That's what it's looking like to me. Look at what Joe just said right there. All right, watch this, y'all. If you're in the top 5 or top 8, there's a certain cornerback that will be a top 5 pick. Yeah, that cornerback from Colorado. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Travis Hunter. Yeah. The best player in college football. No doubt. To me. Well, guess what? Look what Joe just said. See, now think. Jerry Jones is not about to pay 2 cornerbacks over $20 million. That's not going to happen. It's not. He's not going to do that. I know some of y'all love Bland. I know you love Bland. I know you love Diggs, but one of them gonna have to go. Cause they're not gonna pay two cornerbacks over $20 million. Y'all know that. This is Stephen Jones we talking about. Y'all know that. You know that. You see what Joe just said there? Look. If you got the choice, watch this. If you got the choice to pay Bland 20 plus million, and you got the chance to pick Travis Hunter, who will be on a rookie contract for at least 5 years, which one you gonna take? Which one you gonna take? See what I'm saying? See, the Cowboys are looking. Look, if you don't think, let me see how they playing. Let me see what they do before I say this. I think they are playing I believe they are playing this. It's almost like a wash. I believe it's almost like a wash. I believe it's a wash. That's how they treating it. They ain't trying to improve this team, man. They know CD is the only threat. They started talking about we'll just wait for Brandon Cooks to come back. That ain't solving the problem. Well, we don't have a running game. Okay, what have you done to address it? Hey. Okay. Well, our defense is horrible. Okay, what have you done to address it? If we just get Micah Parsons back and DeMarcus Lawrence, they got 200 some odd yards rushed on them too. What have you done to improve it? Still got the same old question. Where are the defensive tackles? Where are they? Where are they? I don't. So when you don't do anything, I have no other choice but to assume that you don't want to do nothing. So I ain't finna come out here and be acting like, on Monday, I start the 49ers X's and O's and say what we ought to do and how we can attack them and all that. But it done showed me already because I see it. I know how the Jones family operate. I've been a fan too long. I see how they operate. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing, y'all. Y'all got to be. Y'all come on now. I know the way us fans want it to be, but that ain't how they roll. We talk about the Super Bowl, the fan base, the content creators. We talk about playoffs. We talk about that. Cowboys ain't thinking about no Super Bowl, man. They know that the roster ain't right. They just trying to get through this year. They ain't doing nothing. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. You don't like it, but you know I'm telling the truth. They ain't done anything. Somebody just wrote a dissertation. Why in the world is somebody telling me? I ain't gonna even read that. All we can say that David Dan, we apologize for all of this and this scam artists, WhatsApp app, 2-3, all that. It's just let me leave that alone. I'm just saying I can't get emotionally involved because when you see yourself going down the roller coaster slide down with no brakes, then why you gonna ride? I'm gonna ride with the Cowboys. If they go down, I'm going down with them. I'll still be here every week. But I see what they're trying to do. I believe they all in on doing nothing. this season. And then next year, because they'll be so excited, man. We got 11 picks in the draft. Yeah, I mean, I can already hear it. We got 11 picks in the draft. We got a lot of money in the salary cap. We really can try to make a big difference on this team. We can get some help because they believe in the draft development. But Kyle already, that was the first thing I talked about. I'm sorry you missed it. What Troy said. I just said for you, he told the truth. I already talked about that fool in detail. Yeah, he told the truth. That's what he did. You got a guy who won rings and the guy's in the Hall of Fame. He talks about a team that he loves, and everybody know he loved the Cowboys. Then he earned the right to say what he said, and he didn't lie. That's what I got to say. Man, Tyrone, I appreciate you, Tyrone, and I'm not going off on you. Obviously, that's what we need to do, but we got a coordinator who's pass happy. So when does that ever happen? We ain't running the ball. We paid a guy $60 million. We paid a wide receiver $34 million. That's who's going to get the ball. I know that's the case because Jerry just showed you that he's loyal to guys who he pays. He's loyal to guys guys that has done something for the franchise. That's why Zeke cried and got the carries, or this Rico's supposed to get. That's what happened. So he'll go right down there and tell McCarthy, "All right, look, I'm paying a quarterback $60 million. I got a wide receiver who I paid $34 million. Get them the ball." That's what he gonna do. Why y'all think they try to force feed CD at the beginning of the game? Why? Why? I see y'all Monday, man. See, I know y'all don't like this. I know y'all don't like this. I know y'all don't like it. Oh, who's getting tagged, Regina says. Oof. I can't answer that off the top, Regina, because I need to know the list of the guys. I don't know that off the top. You know what? You made me do some research, Regina. I don't even want to throw it out there because I hate to call out a name who's really not in position. I don't know. I'll just say this, considering they don't want to spend a lot of money, it's got to be from a person that's not going to cost a lot on the tag. I don't think they want to pay none of the big guys. It won't be DeMarcus Lawrence. I think DeMarcus is this his last year. That's a name that I know that might come up for that. Joe says Parsons is getting tagged. That may be a possibility. The Cowboys are known for pissing off people. The Cowboys love pissing off guys who it's time to get paid by. So, hello. Might pull that off, even though they know they want to go ahead and pay guys. All right. I'll see you guys Monday at 7 o'clock. Monday at 7 o'clock. We'll talk about the 49ers finally. A big upcoming game this Sunday night. We'll talk about that. See if we can find a way to beat them. All right. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all hanging with me. See what we can do against the 49ers. I'm sorry, man. I don't have any confidence because the Cowboys from the top, they ain't gave me a reason to be confident. They giving me a reason to start looking toward next year already. Here we are in week 6. They giving me a reason to do that. All right. But I'll fall back in on Monday. We'll talk about the 49ers. I'll see you guys then. This has been the one and only, the big time show.